Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin yesterday came down quite impulsively again, came down to the support level of the channel again after it was announced that possibly the interest rates are going to increase in May. Yeah, so that pretty much worked out. The news, in my opinion, as you know, my view is news can have an effect as a catalyst. They can have an effect, a short-term effect on the market, but certainly as a catalyst, so they can trigger moves that otherwise would have happened anyway, maybe slower. So that was actually in favor of our primary scenario here. Yesterday I showed you that here the wave 4 could now be complete of this move down. Yeah, that we came down here in a wave 3 to the support level of the channel, that we have now made that wave 4, hit exactly the upper resistance level in our box here around 43k, and when we hit the 43k we then came down quite impulsively. That is not looking too bullish. Yeah, anyway, we are not looking too bullish, as I explained in the last few videos. Long-term bullish absolutely for Bitcoin, even medium term, but only as soon as we have completed the correction, in my opinion. Yeah, below 20 and 29k. We have had on the chart here this bullish, this bearish pattern, this ascending broadening wedge. Now again, that worked out as well, bearish, and now we could have completed already the first wave of the next wave, which is the fifth wave. Yeah, so 5 waves in the fifth wave. So again, nothing moves in a straight line, so you typically get, in line with the Elliott Wave theory, you get 5 waves, you get 1 wave down, the second wave will be up, the third wave will be down, the fourth wave will be up, and the fifth wave will be down. So far going according to plan, and in line with that, I would now expect the wave 2 to go up a little bit, possibly retesting, because that would make sense from a resistance point of view, possibly retesting here that trend line, this ascending trend line of that ascending broadening wedge. But we also could go up and just retest here the previous high as resistance, the 41.3, 41.4k level. So that is what I do expect. We're currently hovering just below the resistance level. Clearly a corrective move. Yeah, we have come down quite impulsively. What do? You then start to correct that a little bit. So you're moving up slightly. Currently we're not seeing a lot of movement, but in the 1 hour chart, on the 1 hour chart, we can see, yeah, a sort of sideways movement. Ideally, you want a little bit to come up a little bit more, because yeah, a wave 2 would normally retrace a little bit more. So we would expect that. Still a little bit higher prices. Hasn't happened yet. We're making a higher low though. So yeah, it's going up, but in a corrective fashion, which is pretty much what is expected in a correction. So that makes sense. That works out. And after we have then done that wave 2, we would expect a wave 3 that would then come down quite impulsively, wave 4 up and wave 5 down. Now where would all of that land? I told you before that this will probably land somewhere in the region between 35, 36k. Yeah, this would be make sense from a fifth wave point of view. The wave 5 can be seen as, yeah, possibly having the length of the wave 1. That is one possibility. Oftentimes it goes to the 2.618 FIB extension. So all of that lies sort of in the range 35 to 37k. So this fifth wave that you can see here in blue, which consists again of 5 smaller waves, should end somewhere there. And we could already have started now this wave down, which means that we can assume the fourth wave here is complete and we're already on our way down. Yeah. I showed you in previous videos an alternative. Also in that alternative, we would now expect a little bit rising prices. And I'm not going to talk about that now because this is my primary scenario, but I will bring that onto the chart again if it gets more likely, which it would be if we move above the wave 4 high. Yeah, then we can talk again about even higher prices here in the channel, but even then that would just be a little bit higher before we then again would turn down. But yeah, this is looking currently likely, even the way how the price came down yesterday. So yeah, but again, short-term price increase, possibly all the way up to, yeah, around 42k, possibly, yeah, maybe even a little bit higher. What I really wanted to show you, because not much has happened since my earlier video, but I did post it in the private Telegram group yesterday. and on Discord. And yeah, if you're interested in joining that, always make sure that you check out the channel membership option. You can do that on YouTube or on my website, and you can find the links for that in the description. But this is what CryptoQuant, so one website where you can track a lot of on-chain data. So similar to Glassnode, yeah, pretty much a Glassnode competitor. They have really, really good stuff. And they they always bring out different kinds of charts as well, and sort of in addition to on-chain data, or combinations of different on-chain data. And here they posted, that was a couple of days ago, here a chart that shows you the behavior of large entities in the market in a bear market. And we have seen here that the inflows to exchanges, yeah, has towards the end of the 2018 bear market decreased. So, which means that the whales, or people who hold quite a lot of Bitcoin, they brought less and less onto exchanges. Yeah, the inflows to exchanges dropped. So what it says here, assuming the inflows to exchanges from large wallets are attributed to large entities, their behavior during a bear market or a capitulation event has always had a similar pattern. Here, the inflows from these entities have declined throughout the bear market. Black arrows. So that was the last bear market here, end of 2018. You remember, end of 2017 we had the bull run, and then pretty much the bear market started, or the so-called crypto winter. This pattern has repeated starting from May 21. Okay, here. To the current day. The main fear here is the possibility of a capitulation event like the one in 2018-2019 A, where the bear market was in its +1 year frustrating stages. In other words, an extended bearish phase with no significant demand on the horizon is an ideal situation for a capitulation event. And that is what I told you so many times. I'm really glad that someone like CryptoQuant is posting that, because this is pretty much what I've been telling you all along, that I'm waiting for this capitulation. Yeah, I'm waiting for this. And a lot of people see this. Obviously, what we can see is we have less and less available Bitcoin on exchanges. And that is pretty much similar what this says as well, that the inflow to exchanges is minimal from large entities. Yeah, so they don't really want to do anything at the moment. They're just holding, and they're waiting for that last price drop. A lot of people see that actually as bullish, but it in the past already was related to a significant price drop, as you can see here. This is what I always mean with a capitulation. You need to get, ideally, and that is what I still wait for Bitcoin, you get that last final crash, after which then the market can recover very, very quickly. Now, I always get the question, I think it's a misunderstanding that a lot of people think when we get into that area between 20 and 29K, there is a good chance then that we're entering in a bear market. Now, my view is that we're actually already in a bear market for over a year. The correction started end of May 21 when we dropped here for the first time. We are in a correction. It just doesn't look like it, because this all-time high, which is part of that corrective pattern, that obviously didn't happen in the 2018 bear market, but it is part of a correction. And we were just in a very bullish environment, I think, because everybody expected Bitcoin to reach 100K, and therefore probably we had that extended move up, that extended wave B to the upside. But in my opinion, we are already in a state here where the correction has been going on for over a year. So my view is that actually in that target area that I've shown you here on the Bitcoin chart, for everybody who's new on the channel, just go to the daily, that this should complete the correction, and that only here then we have a chance to really get out of the mess, and that would be here in yellow, that target area between 20 and 29K. Yes, we can drop a little bit lower, possibly, but it's too early to talk about that now. But we need that last capitulation. So it happened last time, and in a very similar fashion, we now see this inflow to exchanges decrease. Now, of course, there's no guarantee it's going to happen, but it just is another thing that would add and would add to my view that we are going to see here another capitulation, which of course we haven't seen yet. We have seen it in the end of the last bear market. So yeah, in my view as well, we are in the last meters of the correction, but we need to see that last capitulation event happening. And yeah, we could be in that now. We could. I mean, we're still away from it. Yeah, we're only at 40K now. And also that last move down into the yellow target area won't happen in a large move. There will be ups and downs, as always. Yeah, nothing moves in a straight line. But this is what I've been waiting for, this capitulation. And after that, whenever we had that, then we saw here a price increase. Yeah, for example, here, that was nice. After that capitulation, you saw the buyers getting interested in it again. And then you saw a huge inflow again to exchanges. So that is... yeah, that is interesting. So that is just what I wanted to show you. Overall, that adds to my thesis here and is also in line not only with my Elliott Wave count, but also with this bearish flag that we can see here on the channel with a flagpole down and then the actual flag pattern here, ascending wedge or ascending channel, out of which we would more likely than not break to the downside here into the target area. And then we've got the 61.8% Fib level in here, the most important Fibonacci retracement level at around 27k, which will provide support. And then we have another level or major level of support here around 20k. Okay, that's my view about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.